Okay, it's so nice to have your attention some 5 minutes before lunch, but I will try still to tell some very short things about our initiatives regarding private land conservation. And for that, we have to understand the background. And in Latvia, half of forests are privately owned and the majority of grasslands are privately owned. So that means that definitely private land plays a significant role in nature conservation. And we have to take into consideration that in Latvia, the main approach that is utilized is regulatory approach. That means that protected area or micro reserve could be established on private land even without acceptance of landowner, and it definitely causes some conflict situations. And also looking at other countries, we see that we still miss some important issues. We already heard today, like voluntary mechanisms are very limited, and also we more focus on action-based programs than result-based programs. And our idea was to try to bring those new elements also into Latvian situation to our landowners. And we started with landowner surveys. We conducted several surveys with forest owners, grassland owners, and general public. And in addition, we also visited several countries. We visited Finland regarding a forest program, Meadows, thanks to Turkey, and also visited Ireland for a grassland conservation program, Bahrain, and tried to get some good ideas how we could bring those ideas to Latvia. And in cooperation with diverse stakeholders, with universities, with rural consultants and others, we developed 2 pilot programs, Living Forest and Blooming Meadows. But before that, what we found out within our surveys, I won't go through them, but the main idea is that landowners are a very diverse community. There is no one opinion of landowners. And the best thing we see through our programs is that there is some 20–25% of landowners who are very, very positive towards nature conservation. And so we have to find a way how these positive, nice landowners could be involved in nature conservation policies. And the first program is Living Forest. It's focused on forests outside protected areas. That means that landowner has choice whether to harvest it more intensively or use it more for biodiversity conservation goals. And in this case, we make 4-year contract. We definitely understand that 4-year contract is not enough for nature conservation purposes, but this is more about understanding the concept, how, and more, I would say, social experiment if there are landowners who would be happy to apply for such program. And we have 3 sub-programs, habitat conservation and habitat creation, for those who are totally focused on biodiversity conservation, and 1 program, nature-friendly forestry, for those who would like to balance economic income and biodiversity issues within one property. Also, we have tried to develop, and then we have developed 5 forest management demonstration territories, and the idea is quite simple, as it was mentioned already today, that landowner visits another landowner, and all discussions about actions needed to be carried out there are discussed on the field with real examples, with good and bad practices, but it's the best way how to engage other landowners. And we have another program, Blooming Meadows, which is for grassland conservation. It focuses on perennial grasslands, potentially biologically valuable grasslands, those grasslands which need to, for which some nature management related action is needed to reach certain ecological standard, in our case, EU habitat standard. And we have meadows and pastures, and landowners receive both consultative and also financial support. And the main idea is to try this result-based approach, how it could be introduced in Latvian system. today I won't talk more about this because tomorrow we will have a great opportunity to meet two farmers. One is participant of grassland program Blooming Meadows, and another is participant also of Living Forest program. So tomorrow we'll have chance to discuss these issues more. And the main thing that now we have already more than 140 participants, landowners who are interested to try this contract-based, result-based approach, and we have a lot of knowledge regarding biodiversity issues, social aspects, and others, how these ideas could be put forward. Very important thing within our programs is monitoring. If we compare with other countries, we try the approach that landowner is actively involved in monitoring. Every plot is monitored by expert, but also by landowner. And the main idea is that, I see at least two good points of it. One is that landowners who take part in monitoring are more, I would say, educated about the biodiversity on their land, so they get smarter and smarter every year. And the other point is that they can adapt their management. As smarter they get, they know what they have to do in order to reach higher biodiversity level, and in such way also to get better payment level. Of course, seminars, trainings on field are very important. Our participants really enjoy that. But also WhatsApp groups works very good. It's a platform where landowners can discuss some issues between themselves, also with experts, ask what is this beautiful flower, whether it's good or bad. And this is also a very nice way how to communicate with our participants. We have also created short series, animation series about forest ecology from old polypore mushroom perspective. And there is a link. I would suggest to go to this link and watch those movies, 2-3 minutes. It's quite okay to keep attention and learn about more forest biodiversity. And then we also have a great tool, which is nature educational class, which is mobile. We can go to any place in Latvia, to some festivals, schools, and bring nature conservation issues closer to our societies. And maybe also today you will have a chance to see this nature education tool. Shortly, that's it. I hope that we'll have a chance to talk more about these issues. And yeah, thanks.
Okay, yeah, I know it's lunchtime. Really sorry I got that wrong. Don't know where my head was just after that. So, Eva, would you just come back up just in case? Have we got any questions on Menti? Nothing on Menti. Any questions in the audience for our Latvian project? Yes, we've got one over here. Could you just identify yourself and then we'll take the question. Eva, do you want to come just in case it's one for you? Yeah,
thank you. So I'm Muriel Thirion from the Life Reparias project in Belgium. Thank you very much for the presentation. I got one question. It was regarding the contract-based approach we got with the volunteers. Do you feel that, I don't know if there are any obligations in this contract, but do you feel that it can have an impact on the percentage of landowners that you can have to join the actions or not? I don't know if my question is clear enough.
Yeah, could you please explain a little bit more? I didn't
so
get the question.
For instance, in our case, we realized that if we come with some contract or some obligation, we might have some people that are a bit more reluctant to act, compare if it's just by oral, kind of agreement. So did you have that, or did you feel that it can have an impact on how many landowners could join your actions?
So we are in the very first stage building trust, but still we are a state institution. We have to make those agreements. But definitely this administrative part, this bureaucracy, is something that do not make, landowners very... Not all landowners who would be interested are ready to go for such bureaucracy part of this action. But for the beginning, I think it's okay.
I'm just going to ask Gary, Do you have a contract with your farmers? Or yeah, you do. So you've got a written contract as well. Okay. So it seems to be the method is to have a written contract to tie people in. Great. Thank you. Have we got any more questions? Does that answer your question? Yeah. 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 Perfect. Okay. Any more questions from the audience? Yes. Inga, please, in the front. Thank you.
Okay, I have a question. These two schemes, they're really great, but what about potential for upscaling it to and continuing them also after the LIFE project?
Yeah, thank you for the question. That's obviously the concern of everybody, is that the good work the project has done, it's upscaled into the next multi-annual budget schemes. We are very pleased to say that Ministry of Agriculture is with us today, and they are the ones who, together with our advocate, Ministry of Smart Administration and Regional Development, have to include them in the next EU multi-annual budget funds, because majority of those payments for schemes, they would come from those funding sources. But yeah, we would be delighted at that moment when it's done like formally and incorporated in the budget from 28 plus further.
Okay, and just out of interest, what kind of reaction are you getting from the farming community and the forestry community to these schemes? Are they reluctant? Are they embracing the schemes? What's the initial reaction gets?
I don't know, maybe subjective, but grassland owners are more used to similar schemes. They are very kind of, I would say, quite easy to attract. For forest owners, we had several forest owners who said, oh, it sounds good, but we just don't trust you. You will, I don't know, we'll end 4 years contract. You will anyway put some protected area there, and so we just don't trust you. And for forests, there is more challenges from my perspective. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That picks up on Gary's, like, don't go for the easy wins, because you really do need to get a system that is going to be acceptable for the hard cases as well as the easy cases, and that impacts on the upscaling question from Inga.
If I can add to Ģirts, so then tomorrow on a field trip you will meet like 2 farmers. It will be representative from Living Forest side, and other will be a representative from blooming Meadows. So you can like a bit feel like a difference. However, I can say it's quite talkative forest owner compared to the average forest owner involved in pilot schemes.
Okay, and one other question that I've got, which is around, do you have advisors? You say you've got experts, but I know Gary's scheme, for example, that the advisors are very important. They're integral to the whole aspect of how farmers engage. So do you have advisory systems or not yet? Or is it something you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Still our schemes are quite small. We have 70 and 70 farmers, and for that we have one grassland expert, which is also advisor, and also biodiversity expert for forests. So I would say they are more advisors, but also with knowledge about biodiversity. Yeah.
And if we would be planning the project now, as compared to what we did in 2020 when we put together a project proposal, I think even for a pilot scheme being so small, as Ģirts just now described, we would put at least 3 grassland habitat experts and 3 forest habitat experts, because we really realize it does require, even a pilot scheme, a lot more support.
That's very interesting. That's a lesson for everybody who's wanting to kind of think about what you're doing now. Okay, just one quick, no more questions. In that case, I will now close the morning session. Thank you so much. Please join me in thanking Ģirts and Eva. Thank you. Oh, and they get certificates too. Excellent.